And Philadelphia officials are working to accommodate dozens of migrants sent to the city from Texas. A Philadelphia spokesman says a second bus arrived yesterday and that Texas officials are not cooperating with a request to coordinate with the city. ABC's Alex Prochet joins me live from Washington with more on this. Alex, what's the latest?
Hey, Diane. So what we know right now is there are about approximately 46 migrants that arrived on that bus from Texas. The city spokesperson telling us from Philadelphia, as you mentioned, this is something that they say was not coordinated by the folks down in Texas. We know that Governor Greg Abbott has used sending busloads of migrants to northern cities as kind of a tactic to bring attention to immigration and the border. But specifically in this case, we know that about 29 of these individuals are headed for something called a welcome center that's being partly run by Casa de Venezuela there. The others were either picked up by relatives or have gone on to other destinations.
All right, Alex Prochet in D.C. for us. Thanks, Alex. And I want to bring in immigration attorney and human rights advocate Benjamin Osorio for more on this. Benjamin, thanks for being on. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says that Philadelphia is an ideal location to send migrants because it's a sanctuary city. Meanwhile, Philadelphia's mayor is calling this move cruel and racist. Can you unpack this for us?
Yeah, so I think there's always generally some confusion about what sanctuary city means. There's an immigration court in Philadelphia where there are asylum seekers, and there are immigration courts all over the country, including many of these areas where they're sending people that there are asylum seekers. So sanctuary city doesn't mean that these people wouldn't face deportation or aren't, pursuing their asylum claims. So that doesn't, to me, that doesn't mean anything. It just means that local police are not prosecuting individuals that they come into contact with for immigration rules. That's left to ICE. So sanctuary city doesn't mean people aren't being deported.
Now, Governor Abbott says that this busing strategy has provided much-needed relief to border communities. How have border communities been impacted amid this influx of migrants? And do you think they're getting the support they need?
Well, if the state of Texas wants to spend $2,100 per person, which is what they've spent busing these individuals, and that's to Texas taxpayers' expenses, I think that Texas is clowning itself. Because if these individuals many times are going to travel to those locations anyway, they can change Philadelphia and New York where they have family members. Many of these individuals would have left the border anyway. I represent hundreds of individuals who their cases originated in Texas and then traveled to San Francisco, to Philadelphia, to Boston. And so I think Texas is just really providing free, transportation if these individuals are knowingly and voluntarily taking these trips.
Benjamin, many of these migrants are seeking asylum in the U.S. What are the next steps for them, and how does that process work?
So many of these individuals have already passed a credible fear interview, according to the news that I read. So they're going to be filing asylum applications with the appropriate local immigration court and then pursuing their case in court. Many of these are Venezuelan asylum seekers from what I read, and Venezuela, according to the last statistics, 75% of their cases were being found by an immigration judge to be valid asylum claims. So, many of these individuals hopefully will find some type of protection here and refuge in the United States.
All right, Benjamin Osorio, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.